And we have a little bit of time left. We did want to get to our third question. With your international experience combined with your domestic experiences, how does Japan view the United States these days? Does it vary with who is president, or is there a longer term view?
Let me tell you how my previous boss, the late Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, viewed the United States. His was an interesting experience. He first dealt with Barack Obama, and then he dealt with Donald Trump. Polar opposite. And may I say, he succeeded in building very good rapport with either of these two presidents. Why? Because number one, he paid very much substantial respect to the U.S. democratic process. Either of these two presidents was who the American voters actually chose. There of course does exist a huge divide between the two parties, but the net result is you choose your president, and from outside, as Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe paid respect to the decision ultimately reached by the voting process, democratically run voting process of the United States. Never, never underestimate the resilience, robustness of the oldest democratic system that humans have, and that's about the United States. So that's how Shinzo Abe viewed. Next, uh, given the fact that the United States, the ultimate provider of security, not only to Japan, but also to the entire Indo-Pacific region, as head of the country that hosts the huge amount of U.S. forward deployed forces, it is incumbent always upon the Japanese Prime Minister to build as good rapport as possible with the U.S. President. So that was the second motivation. Certainly, there are growing concerns, like everyone else in Japan, about, may I say, the volatility of the US political process, the deepened division between the two ends of the political spectrum, and uh, the fact that the next, uh, I mean, if elected, Donald Trump can stay in office only for 4 years, not 8 years, 4 years. So there is a likelihood, if I may say, that Mr. Trump is going to be shorter sighted, if you like, than before. So those are some of the concerns. And if you look at the political discourse found in Japan, you can see similar voices um, uh, uh, expressed by the Japanese pundits and policy opinion formers, just as you can see similar debates and discussions in in any other country like the United Kingdom, France, or Germany. But let me put just one thing. Uh, very few people in Japan say sort of derogatory, nasty things about either one of those candidates, especially about Donald Trump. Well, it's become sort of national pastime for some countries in Europe to say very much nasty, derogatory things about Donald Trump, but you wouldn't hear much about much of those uh, dirty words spoken by the Japanese politicians or opinion formers when it comes to Donald J. Trump.
Fascinating situation.